Hello there and good afternoon. Dooley Godot here with you on your Tuesday afternoon. I hope you guys are having a great day today, as today is the first official day of summer. So let's talk about that summer weather forecast. And our city of the day is going to be Bethesda, Maryland. Yes, a very influential cultural and performing arts location, as well as medical, as Walter Reed Medical Center is also located in Bethesda, Maryland. And it's the hospital for the Veterans Affairs Medical Center there. So if you're in the DC area, go on over to Bethesda and check it out, as you can find a lot of good shopping, a lot of cultural events, as well as performing arts venues there in Bethesda. Your weather today is going to be kind of a nice day, a little bit on the humid side, just slightly there, with your temperature right now 73 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a little bit of peaks of sun. And we're going to take a look at your 7-day forecast in just a moment here. And right now, let's jump into our national radar so I can show you exactly what's going on out there across the country as far as current weather conditions and rainfall out there. And as we take a look at our national radar, we see a lot of clearness here across the center part of the nation and over to the southeast. Lovely weather for you folks as far as the lack of rainfall, but it is kind of humid here through parts of the plain states and near Texas up into the northern plains. We'll see a lot of dry weather, but a lot of humidity as well. We got some showers and storms as we got this monsoonal moisture coming up out of Mexico and off the Gulf of California, and that monsoon moisture is being pumped in by this huge area of high pressure over the southeastern quarter of the nation, but it's going to be responsible for all these showers and storms here through New Mexico. That's going to lead to some flooding problems down there. A few more showers here along the U.S.-Canadian border, and a few showers and storms there in the northeastern section of the nation. Here is a close-up look of that southwest activity, and we're seeing those showers and storms, especially here through central New Mexico. Some heavy rainfall is going to be leading to some flash flooding issues, especially after the damage caused by the Hermit and Calf fire here through parts of Albuquerque. So we're going to be seeing that runoff from the damage from the fire. No way to capture all of that moisture that's falling. Quite a bit of rainfall here through the desert Southwest over the last few days, and it's going to continue for a few more days to come, as that high pressure will remain out in place and keep things just right for this tropical moisture to be streaming into the desert Southwest and the southern Rockies out there. Here we are as we move over into your weather today, and let's talk about our watches and hazards right now. We have our heat advisory here across the Great Lakes and in the northern plains. We're going to see those hot temperatures as well as over into Michigan there. That heat advisory, those temperatures will be in the 90s today, and their dew points will be in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Our flood watch here through parts of through central New Mexico here from some excessive rainfall. So a flood watch is in place there, and another heat advisory here in northern California near the Sacramento and over into the Bay Area. It's going to be hot temperatures in the 90s as well today. And we also could see the chance for dry thunderstorms there in the highlands of California, of northern California, as things has been very dry, but they got some elevated moisture that can produce some dry thunderstorms out there this afternoon. So that is a look at the watches and hazards, as it's mostly quiet across most of the nation. Not looking at too much severe weather right now as well. And here we are with that 7-day outlook for Bethesda, Maryland. Very nice temperatures for you guys out there in Bethesda. Mid 80s to upper 80s as we work our way into next weekend. And we're going to see a chance for some scattered afternoon thunderstorms as well for your Wednesday and Thursday. And again on Sunday and Monday into next week. So that is the look. That is the look at your weather out there in Maryland over the next 7 days. Now let's take a look at some things that's going on today. And here's our dew point outlook for today. And we're seeing those dry the dry weather here out into the central Rockies and out on the west coast. But here's our monsoonal moisture down in New Mexico and Arizona, as we're seeing those dew points in the upper 50s to lower 60s, but much higher dew points here through the central plains and into the Great Lakes area in the upper Midwest, where we're seeing some dew points in the 70s and the upper 60s, all the way down to the Gulf Coast, where those 70-degree dew points are also going to be evident here across the Mississippi and into parts of Texas down here along the Gulf Coast. And we are seeing those isolated showers and storms this afternoon along the Gulf Coast as well. And as we take a look at our temperature anomaly, this is our departures from normal. Here we are above normal temperatures here across the central plains and the upper Midwest here. So we're seeing as much as 15 to 20 degrees above average here, and it's going to be slightly below average here in the mid-Atlantic states and into the Northeast and New England. They're slightly below average, just a few degrees below average, and slightly above average. So it's pretty typically hot down here along the Gulf Coast and into Texas. So they're not too far above the average. So it's about 5 degrees or so above average for many of you folks down here across the Southeast and into Texas there. So you are seeing that's slightly above average, a little bit below average here across the Rockies, as we still dealt with a lot of snow, a lot of late season snow, and another trough is moving in across the northern plains here and the northern Rockies and the high plains. So we're going to see this weather front that's currently right about here that's moving through Minnesota. So we're going to see those temperatures start to fall as we move on through the week. But as far as today, the Twin Cities are going to continue to be just a bit above normal, about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. So as we take a look at the GFS for today, and not a whole lot to do out there as far as precipitation is concerned. We do have our area here through New Mexico where we're going to be seeing that heavy rainfall. High pressure is in control for this portion of the nation, for the southeast, all the way up to the Great Lakes, into the northeast there, and then the northern plains and the southern plains as well. High pressure is in control, and it's going to influence the weather. It's also pumping in this tropical moisture here from the Gulf of California and the Gulf of, also a little bit of that moisture is coming over from the Gulf of Mexico as well. That combination is going to contribute to a little bit higher dew points there than what they're used to seeing through parts of New Mexico and southeastern Arizona. We're going to be seeing those afternoon thunderstorms, dry weather, and a little bit cooler here across the northern Rockies and into the Pacific Northwest, as we have that frontal boundary that's moving towards the east there across the upper Midwest, across Minnesota right now. So here is our look at the surface analysis, and here is that cold front now, as we're talking about that's responsible for that cooler than normal weather here across the central Rockies here. Is the reason why it's cooler, because this Canadian cold front that's moving to the east here, and it's going to be dropping this cold front all the way down into the southwest, and eventually it's going to drag out some of that monsoonal moisture for a day or two as well. But we're going to be seeing that cooler weather start to make its way towards the east there, and the drop in relative humidity. It's not going to get that much cooler there across the Great Lakes and northern plains, but we will see the humidity come down just a bit and a few degrees drop in that temperature. Maybe it'll drop most of you folks back down into the upper 70s to 80s, but instead as opposed to 90s and triple digits. So that is a look at our forecast today. Here, our weather today. Here's our national forecast for the next 3 days. And here is your Tuesday forecast. Again, across New Mexico, that heavy rain and flash flooding for some of those monsoon thunderstorms out there. We're going to also see them in Arizona as well. And those storms is going to extend through the southern plains, the Midwest, and into the Great Lakes area here, where we can see some isolated to scattered thunderstorms along this frontal boundary as it makes its way toward the east. Dry weather across the southeast, but some humidity here across the Mississippi Valley, but a little bit lower humidity here across the mid-Atlantic states. This warm front is going to be responsible for a few showers and storms here across the New England states as well this afternoon, and we'll see dry weather across the Intermountain West and the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast out there today, as we do have some heat headlines in place down here through parts of California. And that is a look at your Tuesday. Your Wednesday goes as this. That wet weather continues here in New Mexico, where we can see some of that flash flooding from those afternoon thunderstorms. It's going to encompass Arizona. And look at this, Southern California finally gets in for some of those afternoon thunderstorms through the mountains and the deserts out there. So we can certainly see a few showers and storms out in SoCal as well for your Wednesday forecast out there. So a little bit of action for the desert Southwest, and that frontal boundary is going to continue to move to the east here, and it's going to spread a few showers and storms along that front through the Appalachian Mountains and into the northeast. We can see a little bit of severe weather here around the D.C. area, as well as you folks in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So here in the mid-Atlantic, you can see a little bit of wind and some heavy rain with some small hail possible for your primary severe weather threat tomorrow afternoon out there. And those showers and storms will also continue into the northeast towards Maine there. We'll see dry weather across the northern plains and the upper Midwest, the high plains of Montana, the northern Rockies, and the Pacific Northwest. We'll see nice, pleasant weather for your day out there for your Wednesday. And on Thursday, we are going to be seeing more of that monsoon moisture here through the desert Southwest, a little bit less numerous, but yet nevertheless, we'll still see some scattered afternoon thunderstorms in the mountains out there. A few more mountain and desert storms out in California as well for your Thursday, and we're going to see more scattered showers and storms here moving to the southeast a little bit as this front moves a little bit further to the east. We'll start to see some scattered showers and storms into the northeast, into Maine and through the big cities and down into Florida. Also some more showers and storms. A few showers and storms will affect the Great Lakes and the northern plains of Minnesota down through Iowa, parts of Missouri as well. Could see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms for your Thursday out there. Dry weather will be present across the Pacific Northwest, the northern Rockies. We'll be seeing a nice day for you guys. But overall, a fairly benign weather pattern. Just a few isolated showers, scattered storms. Nothing too severe out there. Maybe a little bit of severe weather for your Wednesday through parts of the mid-Atlantic states. But nothing too bad overall. A little bit, still a little warm out there. But it's going to kind of temper down a little bit. We're going to see a little bit less in the way of that triple-digit heat, a little bit lower dew points, still kind of high for some of you folks in the places that traditionally see higher dew points and higher temperatures, but just not as bad as it could be. So overall, not a bad weather picture for your weather out there. Here's our severe weather outlook that we'll go through really quickly. Okay, we have this frontal boundary that is going to be responsible for some isolated afternoon severe storms. A lot of this stuff is not going to be organized or widespread, isolated severe, a little bit of hail, some damaging winds, maybe a 50, 60 mile an hour wind gust, quarter and nickel and dime size hail. So nothing too extreme, not really a tornado threat with this either. A minor spin up might be possible, maybe a funnel cloud or something may be possible from here and there. We'll see those storms there for your Tuesday this afternoon. And tomorrow, our severe threat primarily is going to be here in the mid-Atlantic states. So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and D.C., Baltimore, you guys might see an afternoon severe storm. And your primary issue is going to be a little bit of heavy rainfall, some small hail, nickel and pea size hail, or nickel and dime size hail, and a 60 mile an hour wind gust. And we're going to see that isolated severe extend through parts of the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee Valley here. We can see some isolated severe weather, and that primary threat is going to be 60 mile an hour damaging wind and some nickel and dime size hail. Tornado threat only really maybe a spin up here in the yellow area. We might see one or two minor or lower grade tornadoes there. And that is for your Thursday. Here is go. We have a few areas so we can see some isolated severe. One here across the Central Plains, Minnesota, and the north in the Dakotas, as well as central Montana, where we can see some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, nickel and pea-sized hail. It's a very isolated severe threat for your Thursday out there. So that was a look at our severe weather forecast and the next 3 days. My name is Dooley Godot. Thanks for watching this weather forecast today. I'll be back tomorrow again with another video. You can leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.